Hey everyone, let's dive into Nicktoons and the Dice of Destiny, hitting shelves September 30th, 2025. This is a colorful fantasy-style action RPG, starring your favorite Nickelodeon characters, complete with dice rolling flair and a promise of epic adventures. Sounds awesome, right? But before we get swept away by the hype, let's break it down, warts and all, and speculate on what this game might actually deliver. Buckle up, because there's a lot to unpack. The core concept: Nickelodeon meets fantasy RPG. Imagine SpongeBob swinging a sword, Danny Phantom phasing through enemies, and Aang bending elements in a vibrant, real-time action RPG. You've got local multiplayer for up to 4 players, big boss fights, character leveling, and gear upgrades. It's like someone took Diablo, splashed it with Nickelodeon's iconic charm, and said, make it kid-friendly. But here's the first red flag: no online multiplayer. In 2025? That's like selling a smartphone without Wi-Fi. Local co-op is fun for couch gaming with friends or family, but excluding online play feels like a massive missed opportunity. If you're hoping to team up with buddies across the globe, you're out of luck. The characters. Who's rolling the dice? The gameplay trailer and Nickelodeon's crossover history give us some clues about the roster. Based on their usual lineup, I'm predicting a 7-character roster with 4 core class archetypes: Knight, Mage, Rogue, and Berserker. Here's my speculative breakdown, with some wishful thinking thrown in. SpongeBob SquarePants, Knight class. He's the poster boy, already shown in armor wielding a sword and shield. Expect a balanced starter character with melee combos, maybe bubble-based special attacks or water magic for flair. Think crowd control moves like a spinning bubble shield or a tidal wave slam. Patrick Star, Berserker class. Patrick's the lovable meathead, so he's perfect as a heavy-hitting tank. Slow, powerful swings with a giant hammer or club, and animations that lean into his goofy charm, like belly-flopping enemies into oblivion. His ultimate? Probably a starfish spin that flattens everything nearby. Danny Phantom, Rogue class. Fast, stealthy, and phasing through attacks, Danny's a natural fit for a rogue. Picture ghost blasts as ranged daggers, an invisibility dodge, and maybe an ecto-energy whip for crowd control. His moveset could shine if they lean into his ghostly vibe. Timmy Turner, with Wanda and Cosmo. Mage class. Timmy's gotta have his fairies, right? As a mage, he'd cast spells like summoning random objects, think anvils or giant pencils, or firing pink and green energy blasts. A creative moveset could make him a standout, but I worry they'll play it safe with generic magic. Zim Invader Zim. Spellcaster/wizard class. Zim's alien tech would be reskined as Magit, with lasers, explosive gadgets, and maybe a mini GIR robot as a summon. Expect chaotic, high-damage spells and a personality that's equal parts hilarious and annoying. Aang, Avatar, The Last Airbender. Elemental Mage class. If Nickelodeon skips Avatar, they're dropping the ball. Aang could bend all 4 elements: air gusts, fire bursts, water whips, earth slams, making him the most versatile character. His ultimate might be the Avatar state, unleashing a multi-element combo. Please devs, make this happen. Wild card: Lincoln Loud, the Loud House. Bard or Rogue class. Lincoln's a tough one to pin down. He could be a bard type, summoning his sisters for support, like Lori yelling enemies away or Luna rocking a sonic blast. Or maybe a rogue with homemade gadgets, dodging with his quick wit. Either way, he's a safe bet for the roster. Dark horse pick. If they want to surprise us, maybe Jimmy Neutron as a tech mage, crafting drones or laser cannons, or even Ren and Stimpy as a bizarre berserker duo with gross-out attacks. But 7 characters feels realistic. Don't expect a massive lineup like Super Smash Bros. Gameplay fun but probably shallow. This is a real-time action RPG, not turn-based, so expect fast-paced combat. You'll likely have basic attack combos, light and heavy. 1 or 2 special abilities per character. A dodge or block mechanic. An ultimate attack that charges over time. Think Kingdom Hearts or Diablo, but simplified for younger players. Combat will be colorful and chaotic, especially in 4-player co-op, but I'm skeptical about depth. Given the developer's track record, don't expect intricate skill trees or branching class paths. Upgrades will probably be basic, stat boosts like +10 attack, or new gear with slightly better numbers. Game length. I'm guessing 8 to 12 hours for the main story, stretched to 15 to 20 hours if you hunt for collectibles or grind for max level gear. Nickelodeon games rarely go longer, and GameMill isn't known for meaty campaigns. Stages and worlds. Expect 5 to 7 distinct worlds, each with a unique theme. A coral reef-inspired kingdom, SpongeBob's world. A ghostly dimension, Danny's haunt. A cosmic alien planet, Zim's turf. A magical fairy realm, Timmy's vibe. An elemental temple, Ing's domain. Maybe a modern suburb, Lincoln's neighborhood. A final destiny, world tying the dice theme together, like a cosmic board game. Each world might have 3 to 5 stages, including linear paths, light puzzles, push a block, hit a switch, and a boss fight. Puzzles won't be Zelda level. Think simple button mashing or matching colors. Difficulty. This is a Nickelodeon game, so it'll lean easy to moderate. Normal mode will be forgiving for kids, with generous checkpoints and health pickups. A heroic difficulty might unlock post-game for older players, but don't expect Dark Souls. Enemy variety is a concern. Without diverse foes, combat could feel repetitive by World 3. Boss fights and villains. Who's behind the chaos? The trailer hypes epic boss fights with unique mechanics, but let's temper expectations. Bosses will likely have massive health bars, predictable attack patterns, dodge the red glow, phases where you spam your strongest moves. I'm predicting one boss per world, plus a final boss tied to the Dice of Destiny lore. Possible villains, based on Nickelodeon's Rogues Gallery. Plankton, SpongeBob SquarePants. A mech-powered night boss, shooting lasers and slamming tiny fists. Vlad Plasmius, Danny Phantom. A ghostly mage, teleporting and summoning shadow clones. Denzel Crocker, the Fairly Odd Parents. A crazed wizard obsessed with capturing fairy power, casting fairy-themed traps. Dip Membrane, Big Brain. Zim's nemesis as a tech-based rival, using anti-alien gadgets in a mirror match fight. Azula, Avatar. The Last Airbender. A firebending prodigy with lightning-fast attacks and fiery minions. Final boss. The Dice Master, a new character, or maybe a corrupted Nick icon like a giant evil SpongeBob. Wielding the Dice of Destiny to rewrite reality. Expect a multi-phase fight with dice rolling hazards and summon minions. If they're lazy, bosses might just be oversized generic monsters with no Nickelodeon ties. A missed chance to use beloved villains. The elephant in the room. GameMill and Fairplay Labs. Let's not ignore the developers and publisher. Fairplay Labs and GameMill Entertainment don't exactly have a glowing track record. GameMill's history includes buggy launches that crash or glitch, bare-bones content at release, zero post-launch support, licensed games that feel like shovelware. Remember Nickelodeon? All-Star Brawl? No voice acting, broken mechanics, and months of silence before patches. By the time they finally added some fixes, most players had moved on. Same deal with Kong, Skull Island, and countless other titles. GameMill's games often look tasty in trailers, but feel like microwaved leftovers when you actually play them. Will the Dice of Destiny break the mold? I'm skeptical. The concept has so much potential. A fantasy RPG with iconic characters could be a banger, but GameMill's assembly line approach suggests we'll get a short campaign with rush polish, bugs like missing textures or wonky hitboxes, minimal replay value beyond co-op, a $40 price tag that screams should have been $20. Why it could still be fun or flop. If Fairplay Labs puts in effort, this could be a fun if shallow co-op adventure for Nickelodeon fans. The roster's charm, vibrant visuals, and dice-rolling gimmick could carry it for a weekend of laughs, especially with friends. A solid soundtrack with remixed Nickelodeon themes could seal the deal as a nostalgic romp. But if they cut corners, expect a repetitive slog with clunky controls, recycled enemies, and a story that's barely there. Lack of online play already limits its appeal, and a buggy launch could kill any hype fast. My advice: wait, don't hype. I want to root for Nicktoons and the Dice of Destiny. The idea of SpongeBob and Aang teaming up in a fantasy RPG is pure gold. But with GameMill's track record, I'm bracing for disappointment. Don't pre-order. Wait for reviews, check gameplay streams, and see if it's worth your time. If it's good, awesome. If it's another cash grab, you'll dodge a bullet. What do you think? Are you hyped for this one? Or do you smell another game mill misfire? Drop your thoughts below, and let's speculate. Any characters or villains you'd love to see? Catch you in the comments. Peace out.